Hello, my name is John Manning, and this is my presentation on digital transformation. First, to define digital transformation in my own words, digital transformation is the massive integration of interconnected devices in the way that we do things and the way in all aspects of life. It's changing industries, it's changing economies, changing society. The impact of this is both positive and occasionally negative. There are obviously negatives to almost anything. But the way that it's affecting things currently is it's increasing efficiency and automation. It's making things a lot easier for almost every aspect of life, your personal life, your work life, your love life. If you're trying to, find somebody to share your life with, you can use a dating app as an example. And, microphones and video recording devices and everything to communicate with people from a distance. So it's also having effects on the economy. It changes the way that businesses do things. It creates new business models and new industries, and new people need to come in to handle these automations and integrations of digital technology. It's going to change the way that the job market looks overall. It's going to increase jobs in the IT sector and cybersecurity, especially because it's a new attack surface. Some traditional roles may go away, but that's not necessarily a bad thing as long as people are adaptable and we give them an opportunity to do something else. For society, it means that we may work more remotely. We may be able to, be at the office less. We be more efficient by not having to go into the office to do our work. Our education will change, much like I'm doing education right now online. That's probably going to be more commonplace. Microeducation, using apps and devices and feedback from all these IoT devices, feeding you data so that you can analyze your daily life. And it's going to come with risks, cybersecurity risks, privacy is a big one because these devices are listening, they're looking, and people will be relying on technology to an extent. And if something goes wrong with that technology, they may not be able to cope with not having it. The main focus that I wanted to talk about was healthcare, specifically personal healthcare or personal health. The research that I did was basically a review looking at how fitness trackers affected people's lives, resulting mostly in a moderate increase in weight loss, which is fantastic for health overall. It increases people's happiness, being in better shape, reduces the cost of them to live and have medical expenses, and greatly increase people's physical activity, which not only increases your health but your mental health. Your physical health, but your mental health as well. So that Lancet study basically just looked at wearable devices, creating moderate weight loss, significant increase in activity, and healthier people, which reduces strain on the medical system. A personal attachment to that is I use those devices every day as well, and I used to use them a lot more often, and I found that when I had a better time tracking my physical health, my weight, my calorie intake, my calorie burn. So I personally use those devices, and I use food tracking apps and smart scales, and they help me plan out my health in a way that makes things visible, because I can't see those things. I can't see my calorie intake and my calorie burn, and it makes it a lot easier to make something tangible that isn't. So digital transformation isn't exactly an abstract thing. It's kind of throughout, everybody's lives. You look around and there it is. And it's going to continue to be that way. So I'm glad to be learning about it, and I'm glad to be adapting with, with the times. And it's just going to keep changing. So it obviously carries risks, but I think the benefits will outweigh those negatives, especially as we integrate this stuff smartly and, economically, ethically. And I think it's going to be a positive thing overall, and I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'm excited to learn more about it. And that's it for me. Thank you.